right, well, good evening. My name is John Ferrucci. They also call me the Celebrity Chef. And tonight we're going to make a chicken with artichokes, white wine, and a lemon wine sauce. Now, I have my ingredients here, and you're going to start with, you could use chicken breasts on this. I like to use chicken tenders. So what we're going to do is just use a bag like this, so that you have to pound them out a little bit. You're going to put them in one at a time. And you just get them easy now because the chicken tender is very tender, as the word implies. So you're just going to give it a little tap. Try to keep the shape. And that's about it. You just want to make a little cutlet out of it. So we're going to do that to all four of these. Now, one of the secrets for getting your meal together and in the timing of it all is to have all the ingredients you need at the time. So hopefully we got everything. I've got my lemon juice, got my artichokes. I'm going to use this electric skillet so I don't have to have my back to you going back and forth to the stove. We can do the meal in this pan also. Okay, so we've got our four cutlets. Discard this. Move this away. Now I'm going to put my pan on. We're going to fry it about 375 degrees. And I have some beaten eggs here, just 2 eggs. I'm going to season that with just a touch of granulated garlic. We're going to hit it with a little bit of white pepper. Okay, there's 2 eggs in here. That should be more than enough to fry up these 4 pieces. And just a touch of garlic powder. A little bit of salt. And we'll just mix this in. I've already beaten the eggs, so it's just a matter of getting that in there. Now, the frying medium we're going to use is ghee, which is a clarified butter. Now, in the restaurant business, we use this all the time. And what this basically is we'll melt down butter, let it go to a slow simmer. And what that does is boils out the water and the milk solids in the butter. Then when it cools down, just the oils, the golden oil of the butter, will rise, and you won't have any of those milk solid and salts and other impurities that are in butter naturally. Also, this has a high smoking point, so that means we can fry a little hotter, which is a lot better when you're sauteing. You should fry a little higher. So, okay, so we want to be sure our pan is hot though. Light isn't out yet. What we're going to do is I've got some flour here for dusting, and I've seasoned the flour with a little salt and white pepper. We can get these floured up first. 1, 2. I also am going to serve this dish with some asparagus and over a bed of egg noodles. So I've already cooked the noodles to save that step. And we'll just warm them up when they're ready to serve. Now you notice I'm shaking off all the excess. Now, the oil is hot. You see it's smoking a little bit, which is fine. And whenever you're cooking eggs, like a Francaise like this, once you add it to the pan, you don't touch it. You got to let that set. If you start moving it around, it's going to stick to your pan. You're going to lose all your egg batter. Okay. Let the excess come off. And my light is out, so that's good. We're doing about 375 degrees here. So now we can get rid of this. I'm going to just rinse my hands. Now while that's cooking, I have the water on for my asparagus. Put this in. Put the fire, I'll say we put the fire up because it's as if we're cooking on on the stove. What we'll do is get our lemon juice ready. Put that out of the way. We have some lemon slices that we're going to garnish with. Got about a half a lemon. Now you see when you squeeze that lemon out, you want to get all that juice, you want to get all that oils from your skin. But you have quite a lot of seeds in there, so you have to be sure you have a strainer that you're going to strain it out. Let's see if these are loose. Now see how these are loose? You didn't lose any of that egg batter because we didn't touch them. We have to let them fry up on their own to set those eggs. That egg batter has to set up on that chicken. Gonna hit this side with a little bit more salt and a little white pepper. All right. We don't want to turn them in too soon. You want to wait till the eggs, all the rim of the meat of whatever it is you're cooking, whether it's chicken, veal, or pork. See how this it's set on the end and it's beginning to get brown. Perfect time to turn. Got a nice golden color. We had plenty of. This one needs a little more time. We have plenty of oil to begin with. Because you couldn't really add any oil now, you'd be adding cold oil to a hot pan. We'll give it another minute or so. I'm going to turn the fire up on my asparagus water, so that'll get boiling. Now what I did with that, when you cook asparagus or any green vegetable, you should always have a bucket of ice water ready. So what you'll do is you'll take the vegetable right from your boiling water into the cold water. It shocks it. It'll keep the vegetable nice and green. And then you can always reheat it when it's time for service. So that's what we're going to do here. Now let me see, let's give this another turn. Okay, perfect. Now you can see there's hardly any oil left there at all. So if you start off without using the right amount of oil, you shouldn't have to worry about draining anything. That'll be perfect. I think I'm going to put my pan up a little bit more. And they're coming along, they're a little soft yet. We just want to get them browned on both sides because they're going to finish cooking on their own. And we're going to make the sauce right in the same pan. So what we have here is, this is just some chicken, some good strong chicken stock that I have. What I do is I'll make a stock, whether it's chicken or beef stock. I'll put it in these little souffle cups, freeze it, and then when I make a dish, I take it out. I call it my goodness. This here is white wine. Sounds like my water's coming to a boil, which is good. So we're going to add our artichoke hearts to this. And you figure we got 4 breasts, so we're going to use maybe a cup of artichoke hearts. I would also like to have added a little capers to this, but I didn't have any on hand and I didn't want to run to the store. I also don't have any parsley as a final garnish, but you know, with this social distancing, I didn't want to run to the store just for parsley. So I think we're at a state now where we're going to add our white wine, let it deglaze. I'm going to put the pan up a little higher, let that reduce. Okay. Now we're going to add our stock. We're going to add our stock to the wine so it could dissolve. Okay. There we go. See, now we're already beginning to get a nice stock going here. A nice sauce with this chicken. The wine is almost reduced, so we can add the lemon juice. We wouldn't want to add the lemon juice. You wouldn't want to add the lemon juice right away when you added wine. It would turn the wine. And this is the juice of about a lemon. I think that's probably going to be good enough for a dish about this size. Get a nice fine sieve strainer. I'm squeezing the essence of the lemon out of here too. That's good right there. Now, what we're going to do is lower the pan down so it'll simmer. I'm going to bring it down to about 325. We're going to cover it. Now we're going to let that go for about 15 or 20 minutes. Now we'll concentrate on our asparagus. Now some people, well, I'm going to say the French, when there was a lot of French cooking in restaurants, they used to take the asparagus and bundle it. Just take 6 or 7 pieces, bundle them like this. They tie a butcher's cord around it. It just got pretty labor intense. They also had a particular pan that was almost a cylinder like this, heavy duty stainless steel pan, and they would cook the asparagus standing up. But we don't really need to do that. What I have here is a nice skillet. The water's boiling. We have boiling salted water. Asparagus cooks pretty quickly, so we're going to just drop them all in. Also, when you get your asparagus, you're going to break off the bottom white part, which I've already done. And you notice I had it sitting in a little bit of water in the refrigerator because it's a live plant, so it has to take nutrients up from the water to keep it from getting soggy and spoiling. So we'll drop that right in. Boiling salted water. We're probably going to let it go for about 6 minutes. I still have it on high. I'm going to leave it on high. Here's my noodles. We've already got that cooked up. Now what we're going to do with this, this is still going a little too high. If I had a gas range, you could adjust it a little bit finer, but using this electric skill is a little difficult, but you can still control it. And you can see we're cooking up pretty nice. Again, I have to apologize for not having the chopped parsley as a garnish, but I didn't think it would be worth it going out just to get a bunch of parsley. It would make the dish look nicer. And let's see. Our asparagus is coming nicely, I'm sure. Nice and green. See how it's nice and green, dark green? We'll let that finish cooking up. Then we're going to serve up our dinner when it's ready. Hold that plate. Now when you finish a sauce, you always finish it with fresh butter. I use unsalted butter because it's a little bit more healthier for you. And you would have to reduce your sauce. See, this pan's a little tricky to get it right where I want it. You'd let your sauce reduce down to a consistency that you want, and then you'd add your butter. But you would work the butter into the sauce. Don't just let it melt out, because then it's just oil. So you work that butter into the sauce. When you're cooking green vegetables, boiling water gets that color nice and green. Now, one way you're going to test here, okay, you can see it's nice and beautiful green. You're not going to test this end because this is tender already. So you want to test the tail end of the asparagus. A little crunchy up, but it's almost there. You should always keep your vegetables nice and firm. Now, the other thing also, by using chicken tenders, boy, I just can't get the temperature right on this. By using chicken tenders, they're only going to take 10 minutes to cook up. If you used a chicken breast, it probably would take you about 20 minutes. And they make just a nice, I think it makes a nicer meal actually. I think if I leave the cover cracked a little bit, steam might come out. Well, let's check these again. Coming along nicely, still nice and green. Don't forget, the longer you cook a green vegetable, the more color you're going to lose. And you always want to serve it beautiful. If it's a green vegetable, you want to serve it nice and green. I think that's ready. I don't like my vegetables too soggy, so I think it's just about ready. Throw another minute on that. Let's see where we are here. And 10 minutes should do it. You could take a temperature, but this is so thin, you wouldn't really be able to. If you had a chicken breast, you'd want to temper it at about 165 degrees, internal temperature. That's what you would cook chicken at. Now you can see the sauce is a little loose, but it's going to be fine because we're going to reduce it. We're going to add our butter. And I got about 3 tablespoons of butter. And see what I mean by working the butter into the sauce? It's going to add a sheen. It's going to add that little delicate flavor of. Butter is so good. It just adds, it adds to a sauce. It's good, and I can hear that water behind me, and I'm just about ready to take that off. Now see the difference, see that beautiful color and thickness of that gravy? We're gonna let that boil down on its own. Now we're gonna take all the asparagus out of this pot. I have my ice water right here by the bowl. Just drop it right in. And that's going to set that chlorophyll in the whichever in the green vegetable. Now you do this same thing whether it's green beans, asparagus, whatever green vegetable you have, whatever one you're working with. There. Now see how beautiful green they are? That's the secret to it. You gotta submerge it and get it right into a ice bath. Because you're gonna use your microwave to warm it up with anyway. Alright, so we're done here. Looks beautiful, looks like it's coming along. Like I said, if I had some chopped parsley, boom. Chopped parsley would look beautiful right there. I'm gonna take a little bit of the noodles that I cooked previously, set them on the plate, kind of offset it to the side. I've already buttered them and seasoned them. I'm going to hit it in the mic. Now you're going to also have to mic up your asparagus too. So you could do this 2 ways. If it was just your family, it's fine. You could warm it up like this in the microwave. If you were having guests, you could saute these asparagus off with a little bit of drawn butter. It'd be beautiful. So we're going to serve it just like that. I'm probably only going to put it in here for 1 minute. And I think that's going to be enough time because the noodles aren't that cold and the asparagus still has some heat to it. Now, let's see where we are here. I think our sauce is, we're right there. It's right where we want to be. Oh yeah, that looks really good. So we'll just shut this off. I have a few lemon slices for garnish. When you do slice a lemon like this, be sure you take the seeds off. You don't want somebody breaking their teeth on the seeds. And it wasn't even quite a minute, okay? I got this beautiful asparagus, the noodles, we'll lay a nice couple of pieces of that tenderloin. Some of that beautiful sauce there. And again, if I had the parsley. So that's your dish tonight. It's chicken and artichokes, lemon and white wine sauce. Oh, and we're going to garnish it with our lemon slices. And there you go, folks. So I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration, and look for me again on Facebook.